Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Shit sandwich.
What the fuck is your problem?
Shut up, you freak!
Thanks, I needed that.
Welcome to the real world.
Howdy, partner.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
You are the leading asshole in the state.
Bitch, please.
Pass the Dutchie, my friends.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
What were you doing when the lights went out?
Birdie num-num.
Lynch me for what my people have done to your people.
Oh, durga.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Warning, if you want your asses blown out, stay in the room.
Hello, and welcome to Dave and Shecky's Groovy BoobTube Review. I'm Dave.
And I'm Shecky, and in our podcast, what we like to do is review movies that you can watch on your own television, in the privacy of your home, away from the craziness that is the theater.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for that enthusiastic. Yeah. This week, should we get right to it? Is there something else you'd like to speak about?
No.
This week was my week to pick, and we actually strayed away from the pay-per-view. We just happened to find a movie that was playing on the independent film channel that neither of us had seen, but we had both wanted to see.
The IFC.
The IFC.
There's cats in the IFC.
And this week's movie is
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Now, this movie came out, I guess, in 2002. And we wanted...
2002?
I believe so. That's how long ago it came out. We wanted to see it. We even went out and bought the book when the book came out because we were fascinated. I've always loved Chuck Barris. The Gong Show was such a great show, in my opinion. And I was always just really interested in what he's up to. And when this book came out, there was, it was kind of like, is it fiction? Is it not fiction? There was like this rumor mill around it as if whether it was true or not. And I think journalists even went so far as to contact the CIA to ask if they had ever actually contracted him.
Well, they're always known for being upfront.
Well, I was going to say, the CIA even said, we can't answer that. We can't answer the question. So I think it was, that even perpetuated it a little bit.
If it was possible, the CIA would never admit they even existed. If it was any way possible, they would just be like, we don't exist.
Yeah.
It's like the Cosa Nostra.
Is it?
Yeah, you got to deny the existence to the end.
Interesting.
But then again, they got outed, so now they're like the CIA.
Well, it could be then that Chuck Barris was, I
wouldn't doubt it.
I gotta say, the Confessions, we bought the book, we didn't read the book.
I read some of the book and I stopped reading it because I didn't like it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was just a lot of fucking blowjob this, blowjob that.
Oh,
it
really?
Just wasn't really. It was okay, but it was. Well, let me just say right now, this is a case where the movie is 100% better than the book. I'm telling you.
I didn't realize the book was all about blowjobs.
Not all about, but it's a lot of that. It starts off with that whole strawberry dick thing.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that's like in detail and whatever. It's like, it's cool, but...
Oh, is it dirty?
Well, whatever. It is what it is.
Interesting. Well, the movie...
It's dirty because that's what he is. That's part of his life. So it's an integral part of his existence.
See, the movie doesn't make him out to be so dirty. It just makes him out to be kind of a swinger. But not apparently the filthy animal that the book makes him into.
No, I didn't say that.
I know, I just said it.
He's just a product of the time.
Oh, really? Of the time? That's hilarious.
The time.
So the movie was directed by George Clooney and the script written based on the book, but the script written by Charlie Kaufman, who also wrote... Being John Malkovich.
Excellent film.
I like that. You know what I like about the movie?
What, being John Malkovich?
Yeah.
Malkovich?
No.
What?
The marionettes.
I like that.
It was.
I like the whole thing. The whole thing is out to lunch.
The whole thing is out to lunch, but and he also wrote adaptation.
Can you imagine being John Malkovich? That's a completely abstract concept.
But the marionettes, all those marionette sequences were amazing. So anyway, Charlie Kaufman, who is obviously out there, wrote this script based on a book by someone who's obviously out there, and directed by George Clooney. And I gotta say, I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was very good. He did a very good job over there.
I mean,
that Clooney, much better than ER. He's come a long way, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I never watched ER when he was on.
Even if he does have a pet pig.
He does?
Yeah, he's got a pet pig.
What's wrong with that? Wouldn't you rather have him as a pet pig?
Nothing wrong with a pet pig, but when you say pet pig, you go pap, boom, boom, pop. You got a pet pig.
You're popping your peas.
That's what I'm saying. It makes you pop your peas. You can't have a pet pig in Hollywood. You got to have a household hog.
You shush now.
Not a house hog, not a pet pig. Because a pet pig makes you pop your peas. House hog is fine.
Oh, my God. Well, I'd rather...
the movie's excellent.
Yeah. He did a great job, and he's actually in it. He plays like the CIA liaison.
Right. Sam Rockwell was very good. I thought he was excellent.
Yeah, you know what? I was surprised at how many stars are in this movie. I mean, there's just stars that are. Was this made before? I guess it was made after Ocean's 11. It seems to have some of the Ocean's 11 people in it.
Oh yeah, like who?
Like Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Matt Damon and Brad Pitt are in it so briefly. They're just two of the contestants on the dating game, and you never even see them speak. The camera just kind of pans past them.
A little cameo over there.
I mean, it was like barely a cameo. But it was like, I was like, oh my God, that's Brad Pitt, and that's Matt Damon.
The movie was witty like that because it interspersed real life people, and also it interspersed some actual footage from like the dating game there, some outtakes from the dating game or something.
Yeah.
And
the most famous outtake from the dating game.
I was very surprised they didn't actually show the footage of the Gong Show. They didn't depict the two girls blowing the icicle pop, which is a famous where they pushed the
well, there goes your sensitive mic.
They pushed the line.
Ugh.
They pushed the line of the sensors. They annoyed the sensors.
Avoiding your peas today.
See, they had these two twin girls on, and they were doing this thing where they were just sucking on an icicle pop. That was their routine, and it was like very explicit. And somehow the censors let it go.
That's hilarious.
But they didn't show that in the movie. But he talks about it in the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and somehow I think I might have seen a documentary about...
there was a Behind the Gong Show.
About Chuck Barris, and they showed footage of it then. That's why it's fresher in my mind.
That's hilarious. The movie basically, just to give a quick plot summary, is about how, Chuck Barris, how he came up from being a page in NBC and becoming like an executive producer of a lot of these game shows. And in the midst of all that, he's contacted by the CIA to become an assassin for them because somehow he fits the profile. And at first, when he accepts the CIA job, it's because he hasn't quite made it yet. He hasn't quite become what he's wanted to become.
Well, he's a desperate character too. See, that's why he fits the profile. He keeps going back to the CIA whenever he's desperate.
For money, you mean?
For something to fulfill his desperation. He needs the rush. That's why he fits the profile. That's why Clooney says it's not about the money. You're doing it because you fit the profile.
Interesting.
And so that's why every time he's fucking up, he goes back. He's like, at one point, he goes and he calls on the CIA to give him a mission because he's all depressed.
Uh-huh.
So he does fit the profile.
I guess he does fit the profile. And apparently he fesses up to killing 33 people altogether. 33 people. I mean, and some other people that are in it. Rutger Hauer's in it. I mean, there's just these little cameos by...
Gotta love Rutger Hauer.
Oh, you if you don't love Rutger Hauer, you should go to jail.
And then meet Rutger Hauer there.
And
I'll have a talk with you.
The only thing I didn't like about the movie, and it wasn't that I didn't like it, I just wanted more of, I liked when they would cut in with real life video.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought it was so great, I just would have liked to have seen more of it.
Gene the Dancing Machine with no legs. What is that?
It's got to be the diabetes. It's such a shame, though.
Diabetes.
The diabetes. What did I say?
Diabetes.
It's not the same?
I think it is the same.
Okay.
I always said diabetes.
And I would have liked to have seen more of J.P. Morgan because I just adored her on that show. And I would have, if I don't know why they didn't have little like live shots of like Murray Langston saying stuff.
I don't know.
He's the unknown comic.
Maybe Murray doesn't like Chuck very much. It seems like Chuck was holding a knife up to him or a gun at some points.
If that's true.
Who knows what's true or not true? What?
I mean, to me, though, the unknown comic was a huge part of the Gong Show. I mean, that guy was just hilarious, I thought. I mean, when he came on or Gene the Dancing Machine would come on, even last night when they were doing the Gene in the movie, I was dancing along. It was like one of the highlights of the show. And to see Chuck Barris dancing along, too, and doing that clap, where he'd always clap. And they didn't do it in the show, in the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, but on the real Gong Show, when he would clap, the audience would clap with him. They'd see that he was about to clap, and they would start clapping with him. And it was like a whole thing. And then sometimes he'd stop the clap, and they'd keep going, and he'd be like, I gotcha. You remember that part?
I don't really remember that.
Oh, God, that used to be so funny, though, because after, like, I don't know, a couple months of the show, and it was being huge, the audience was just, I mean, they were totally into it. And he would do that wacky clapping, and they would just clap at the same time. It was fun. It seemed like they always had a really good audience, the audience was down to be entertained by these whack jobs.
Right.
I mean, there was rarely anybody of great talent on that show.
It was the Gong Show.
It was the Gong Show, which I wonder if they have that available on DVD, because that would just be something you'd really want to watch over and over. So, what did you like about this movie?
The whole movie had a whole edge to it. I liked it. It was edgy.
I thought it was, you liked the direction, and I liked the editing.
I liked how they cut it up. I like how when they were in the bar, they cut to the guy saying "fuck you" and all that stuff. That was inventive.
Yes.
Everyone saying "fuck you" in the different shots. It was just the whole. It's hard to put it into words. The whole movie was very. It almost reminded me of like Fear and Loathing with Johnny Depp.
Yes.
That kind of thing. Like it was warped.
Yeah, it was totally warped. It was. I liked the editing. I liked the directing. I thought it was really. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. And now that you're telling me that it's even better than the book, I didn't know the book was blowjobs, blowjobs, blowjobs.
I didn't get into the book past a little bit. I was just like, I had enough of it.
How many blowjobs can a guy get? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm not sure. That's okay, though. I heard that Chuck Barris was a coke fiend. They didn't mention that at all.
They didn't show that, really, did they?
I heard that's why he was so gray.
You have this theory that anybody who's prematurely gray is a coke fiend.
Well, from my experience, that's what I've seen.
But there are people who are some people who are prematurely gray only because that's their genetic makeup.
Yes.
Like the diabetes.
Some of them. But I seen too many gray-haired kids.
Oh yeah, you got that one friend.
I know someone in high school, his hair started turning gray from doing too much coke.
Really?
And then it went back to being black and brownish after he straightened out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Someone from high school? Who's this?
I'm not saying.
Anybody I've ever met?
Yeah.
Are you saying that his hair is now brown?
It was never brown. It was black, all right? So you might know from that what kind of person he was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What kind of people have black hair?
Spanish people.
No.
What do you mean, what kind of people have black hair? What do you mean, what kind of people have black hair? I don't even know what you mean. People who are Spanish. Or, American Indians?
No.
Asians?
Oh, not Asian.
No, not Asian?
Maybe Asian.
I don't even know. I never saw an Asian with gray hair that was young that you knew.
It's true, because his hair went back to being black by the time you met him.
Are you serious? Were you in a band with this fellow?
No, I can't say that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. You do know, but you know a lot of Asians. And
I know lots of Asians.
I haven't met all of the Asians that you know.
I know so many Asians, I know to call them Asian and not Oriental.
Well, Dave, I think that's,
Or was that your doing?
Are you kidding me? I hope I'm not the one who hipped you to that.
Well, how come they can sell Oriental furniture, but it's not Oriental people?
That's exactly right, because Oriental has to do with things from the Orient, like rugs and furniture. Asians are people.
When they call it the Far East,
yes,
that's from a Western perspective. And when you're over there, it's not the Far East.
Well,
in China, it's not the Far East.
They know they're in the Far East.
It's just like...
Dave, when you...
Look, let me tell you this.
Okay.
Midwest. Why isn't it Mid-East? Because it's from the people on the East Coast calling over there.
No, it's...
Mid-East. Why do we call it the Mid-East and not the Midwest? Why is the Midwest in the middle of America, and why is the Mid-East in the middle of over there?
Because it's west of the Far East.
Yeah, but it's the people in the East didn't name it. It's the people in the West.
Yeah, but you don't think the people in the Far East call us those people over there in the West?
Yeah, but they don't call it the Far West.
I don't know. I mean, I think Far East is something that has
All right,
been called...
I don't know where I'm going. All I know is that when I was a kid, I was told that...
Did you say I don't know where I'm going with that?
If you call it the Far East,
yeah,
it's coming from a racist American perspective.
I think they called it the Far East before America was even discovered, to be honest.
Exactly. It's English.
It could have been English. It could have been African.
No, the English people called the Chinese Far East, and then they drank the tea, you see. They ruled over them and drank their tea and called them things like Far Easterners.
I didn't realize that Far East was
it's
like
derogatory.
Is it really?
Yeah, Far East, because it's not far if you're in the East. It's only far when you could. It's like Far East. Foreigner.
Are you out of your fucking mind? I did not. I think we might have to put out a call and
telling you,
ask people: is Far East really a derogatory remark? Because I don't believe it was meant that way.
It's like Latin America.
That's not derogatory.
Oh yeah,
there are Latinos down there.
Yes, see,
Latinos that's not a derogatory remark.
Latin America. When you're down there, you just call it. What do you call it?
I guess it depends what country you're in.
You don't call it Latin America.
What do you call the United States and Canada together?
North America.
Okay.
It's South America. It's not American America. Up here.
No.
Latin America.
We're in North America.
What do they call Harlem? Black America?
No. What?
Latin America. That sounds like something that an American would pin on them.
I think
Latin America. Why isn't it just South America? You don't call it Latin America. You're putting a thing on them.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this something that you've had bottled up inside for a while? Because it's almost like you're so crazed by the whole notion that you can't speak properly about it. It's almost like it's just coming out.
All right, the Latin America thing I'm just kidding about. But the Far East, that's from a Western perspective.
But I don't think that's derogatory. I think that's just a location, like West Oneonta. Do you think
that might not be derogatory? But
do you think West Oneonta is derogatory? Because I have not spoken to anyone who thinks that way.
Well, you got to ask the Indians who named it Oneonta in the first place. I think they're going to think anything that we put on is going to be derogatory.
All right. Well, that could be true as well.
Just like when we start calling them Far East, it's easier to kill them.
What? No one's killing anybody.
Yeah, they're far away. You don't know anything about them. That makes them the enemy.
No, they were trading. They were trading with them. They were going to the Far East. They were getting spices and silks and teas. I think Far East was just, it's almost like when America was discovered, it was called the New World. It's no longer called the New World, and China's really no longer called Far East. It's referred to as China.
Asia.
Well, Asia's the whole area.
What is it called? The Orient?
I don't think it's even called the Orient anymore.
The Orient Express?
I don't believe there may still be the Orient Express, but I don't believe that. I believe it's just China.
All right. I'm just riffing over here.
No shit.
I'll tell you though, when I was in school, someone told me that Far East was from a racist point of view, and I'm not sure what they were talking about.
I'm not. You sure it was a teacher and not like another kid?
Nope, I didn't say it was a teacher necessarily.
Oh. So maybe it was just a conversation between a couple of high kids.
I don't know about that.
Some couple of kids.
I
who
think
skipped
it was
class.
the teachers. I think it was the agenda of my high school to teach me that kind of stuff.
Well, I do think that you had a very socially agendaed school.
Goddamn hippies.
They were the hippies.
And what I'm saying is Chuck Barris was going to all these exotic locations and killing people, and the guests would go with him?
Well, I think what the point they were trying to make in the movie is that the locations were anything but exotic. They were horrible locations.
So can you document, like, if you can see where they actually went on the dating game?
I guess if you watch the dating game and you see where they were going, I mean, the two examples they used in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind were beautiful, scenic West Berlin and Helsinki.
I wonder if you can actually go back and check records.
I'm sure.
I bet you could uncover some shit to actually verify whether or not he is in the CIA if he did some serious investigative work.
It's really funny that he doesn't really write much stuff, and then he writes his story and he puts it's blowjobs and assassinations.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I can't imagine.
Maybe he started doing the drugs again.
I just can't imagine. He was a go-getter, that guy.
He was a go-getter. The movie was really funny. I really thought they had done a great job.
Yeah, the whole thing was really good.
It was amusing. I was amused by it.
Drew Barrymore was good.
Drew Barrymore was good.
She's always good.
She is pretty much always good. She's always playing someone so likable. One day she's going to have to play like this evil bitch. It's never going to happen.
Has she ever played something? What was she in Poison Ivy? Was she mean in that?
Oh, I don't remember.
I didn't see that, but everyone talks about it.
They do?
Well, I don't know. I heard people talking about it.
What is it?
Some sort of horror movie or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a dirty girl movie.
We'll have to fill ourselves in on that.
She might be like a dirty girl or something.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts was good. Julia Roberts was really good.
Is she an Academy Award winner?
Julia Roberts is an Academy Award winner for Erin Brockovich.
I liked her more in this than Erin Brockovich. I didn't like that movie very much.
You didn't?
Yeah, it was all right. Like a Norma Ray type of thing.
Yeah, but it was a true story, or based on a true story, so that's always interesting.
True.
It's always good that when we can see something like that being honored with a movie.
Not bad.
Okay.
I'm not a huge Julia Roberts fan.
What?
She's a little too proper for me.
Really?
Yeah, she's like a little, what is it? Comes off a little stuck up.
In real life, really?
Yeah, I think she thinks she's too too perfect or something.
I never, I don't think she thinks that. I think but you're welcome to have that perception of her. But I've seen her on the Oprah, and she seems like a friendly enough gal.
I understand.
Who's your favorite actress?
Well, I don't know.
You got to have one now. Who's your favorite actress that can currently be seen acting?
That's a rough one. I don't really know. What would you say?
What would I say your favorite is?
What would you say my favorite is?
I don't know who your favorite is. I would probably say Sandra Bullock.
That's your favorite?
That's your favorite.
No. But I like her. She's good. She's good in everything she does. Even if the movie sucks, she's always good.
Yeah, except for that one movie, which was really weird, and they tried to have her be a little on the sexy side, and it was a little disconcerting. She played a cop or something. Something with numbers in it. Color by numbers? Something like that. It was weird. And she was a cop, and then she was all kind of weird. I didn't like it, but it wasn't her fault. But favorite actress.
It's a rough one.
It is a rough one, actually.
I'd have to have like a list of them so I could pick.
Yeah, you'd have to look at the list. Not Jennifer Aniston?
No.
Why, you don't like Jennifer Aniston?
I used to like her on Friends. Now I've just whatever. She's nothing to.
Is she dead to you?
She's not dead to me, but she's not very interesting.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Who is some actresses that have been in some movies we've seen recently?
You got the Halle Berry.
Yeah, she's okay, but no, she's nowhere near a favorite.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
She's good, but I wouldn't say she's a favorite.
Naomi Watts.
Definitely not.
Why definitely not? Why such a strong stand?
Good, she's good, but like I said, she's like, I don't know what she is.
Wow.
She's just some blonde chick.
Renee Zellweger.
Oh my God, no. She's got to go.
She does have to go. Oh, I can't take her.
She's bad.
She's bad, kid.
Kate Hudson, no.
No.
Goldie Hawn, no.
Well, Goldie Hawn back in the day.
Yeah, but never my favorite.
Never your favorite.
I'm having trouble finding a woman that I like who's an actress.
What was the last movie we saw in the movie theater? Oh, Natalie Portman. I would say Natalie Portman is my current favorite.
She's good.
She's great.
She's no Jacqueline Bisset.
No, I think she's a better actress than Jacqueline Bisset, quite frankly.
You're probably right.
I mean, Natalie Portman, what was that movie she was in? Garden State. What a good movie, and she's really, I adore her. I adore Natalie Portman.
Do you think Raquel Welch was a good actress?
No. I think she was hot.
How about Jane Fonda?
Jane Fonda is a good actress, but at some point I think she started taking herself too seriously, like in the 80s, and I think it affected her. Like, I think she began overacting. Like in On Golden Pond, I think there's a lot of overacting going on there.
I like Ruth Gordon.
Who doesn't like Ruth Gordon?
Ruth Gordon was an actress.
What about Ruth Buzzy?
I can't place her.
Ruth Buzzy?
Who's she again?
Ruth Buzzy.
What?
Ruth Buzzy.
Who is she?
She was part of the whole laughing thing.
Oh, yeah. No.
You better just not be dissing Ruth Buzzy.
I like Hee Haw more than Laughing.
Oh, stop. No, Hee Haw I could not take.
Roy Clark was a badass guitar player.
Yeah, but Hee Haw was not mostly about the guitar, unfortunately. It was about scantily clad women and bad jokes.
Really bad.
You need to have a
Sarah Silverman. There we go. She's the one.
She's more, okay, she's an actress, but I think she's more like she's more of a comedian. A comedian.
Oh, I know who I like.
Who?
I like that, oh no, I don't like her.
Who is it? What? Who? Who are you going to say?
She's not an actress. She's just a person on the Daily Show. I like the woman who does the Yamaha.
Samantha Bee.
Exactly.
She is.
She's quite funny.
She's hilarious.
And I like Rachel Dretch, and I like Sherry O'Terry.
Whatever happened to Sherry O'Terry?
And she's going to make a big comeback.
I hope she does.
She's a genius.
She is a genius. Maybe she'll write a book somewhat like Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, and we'll find out.
She's out of her fucking gourd.
We'll find out she's like a ninja. Sherry O'Terry's a ninja, and she's been out doing ninja stuff.
And I like Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Oh, I don't like it. Not the Stamos. Just Rebecca Romaine.
Rebecca Romaine O'Connell.
She's always, oh God.
You hate Jerry O'Connell.
That's a problem.
I love that.
She has a horrible taste in men.
Stop it. Jerry O'Connell.
I like John Stamos.
What are you saying about Jerry O'Connell? The guy is an adorable guy.
I don't like the way he looks.
He is so fun.
He tries much too hard.
Aw.
He's the fat guy who's got to show off his six-pack. Who used to be fat.
Well, he's proud of himself.
I know, but he's too much for me.
If I had gotten myself into that kind of shape, I think right now I'd be in a bikini. I'd wear nothing everywhere.
Well, maybe I better bring Jerry O'Connell over and get you into shape.
He can give me a little pep talk. But, so Rebecca Romaine is now your favorite actress?
No, not my favorite actress, but I like her. Who else do I like? Actresses.
It's true that there's...
I think I like Angelina Jolie, too, actually. I hate to tell you.
Why would you hate to tell me that?
Because everyone likes to bash her these days, but she's a good actress.
I like her a lot, too, and I think she's really good looking. She's a good looking chick. She was great in Gia.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was unbelievable.
Yep.
Okay, so that's your favorite actress?
So there's a little dosage.
Angelina Jolie, Sarah Silverman, and Rebecca Romaine.
And Ruth Gordon.
Top Dave's list of favorite actresses. Well, thank you, Dave.
And that's me that's just off the top of my head. I also like the chick who was in Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset? The old lady?
Yeah, what was her name again?
Oh, shit. She was the one that was in Titanic. Why do I think her name is Ruth, too? Something...
That's a pretty intense... That's the movie I'm thinking about, right? With the author who comes to stay with her and she's totally freaking out?
Yeah, she's completely out of her mind. Norma Desmond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The woman who does that is stupendous.
Shit. I fucking know her name. She was the lady in Titanic. Why is just slipping out of my... It's completely out of my mind.
They don't make them like they used to. Natalie Wood. They don't have actresses like that anymore.
They really don't. That's the thing. If you ask me who my favorite actress is from, any era, it's Katharine Hepburn. It's just boom. It's in my head. Or my favorite actor from any era, it's Spencer Tracy. But then you ask about, recent actors and actresses, and not a lot of them are that good. I mean, there's people that are honored and are somehow revered, but they're not as good as they were back in the day, back when there weren't that many effects, and it really was the acting carrying the whole movie, Yeah,
well, a lot of the stuff's not as good.
Yeah, I mean, look at Captain's Courageous, 1937, one of the best movies you can ever see, with Spencer Tracy and Freddie Bartholomew. I mean, that's a great movie.
There are some classics that they just don't do. You'll never see anything like them again.
Yeah, I mean, and then they try to remake movies, and they fall flat because it's not the same acting talent out there. I think all the best actors are probably doing, theater work these days.
Perhaps it's true.
All right.
You mean theater like movies?
I think no theater.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes, they're taking tickets and handing you popcorn. No, I mean like Broadway, you loon.
Oh, you mean like Billy Joel's Moving Out and the songs of ABBA?
No.
That quality stuff?
No. Off Broadway, maybe even like
Oh, like Rent.
That was awful, awful plays.
I'd rather see a show called Stent about heart patients,
starring Fez Marie Watley. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Rent.
It's true though. Rent is it's just horrible.
It should be called Rant.
Well, that movie, what was it? Team America, where they have the puppets doing a parody.
Quite insensitive, but very funny.
And very accurate. Everybody's got AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. I mean, that's basically what Rent is about, and there's just no reason to see it. Everybody's got AIDS.
That's horrible.
Team America is a great movie, too.
That is.
Those
guys are geniuses.
The
South Park guys are very good. Oh, and speaking of very good, I gotta send a shout out to Henry Rollins and his new show, because I think that's happening.
Yeah. We were watching IFC last night, and right after Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, the Henry Rollins show came on, and it was really great. I mean, it's only like 25 minutes long, really. He interviews people, and then there's a band, and then he has some monologues that he does.
He had a letter to the FCC that was really good.
Yeah.
He's just he's not holding back.
No, and nor should he, nor should anybody. But I would really highly recommend the Henry Rollins.
And he's like
show.
older and thinner now. He's gray-haired and he's thinner. He's not as like he doesn't look like a tree stump anymore. Now he looks like tree stump meets David Byrne.
What?
He looks like David Byrne and a tree stump had a child.
Stop it. That's ridiculous. He is a very he's in shape.
That's an understatement.
He looks a little Rock'em Sock'em Robotish.
He used to really look like that.
Oh, really?
I mean, Henry Rollins is like a madman. He's like a fucking maniac.
Is he?
Yeah. What was he? Black Flag back in the day? I mean, he's a hardcore fucking punk singer, and then Henry Rollins band. He's like a fucking he's like a superhero. He used to be so like fucking built. He was like a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger singing or something.
Are you serious?
The guy is a monster. He'd be bald, all worked out, sweaty, and screaming about like women. It was insane. Henry Rollins is very aggressive.
I must have missed that.
Oh yeah, and the last night on his show now he's mellowed. He's older and he's mellowed, and it seems like he's lost a little weight.
But you know what? It's funny that you mentioned how aggressive he was, because when we saw him last night, I said that our friend Pat Moriarty had been commissioned to make a poster because Henry Rollins was playing somewhere in the Seattle area, and the venue contacted Pat Moriarty, who's an amazing artist, and said, "Listen, Henry Rollins is coming to the venue. We need a concert poster." And Pat made one, but he made it that Henry Rollins was a bunny. So I guess that's like complete irony. And
he must know something about Henry Rollins then. It was just fucking with him.
Yeah. Pat is, a genius, but apparently Henry Rollins did not like the poster. But it was it didn't matter. It was still hung up everywhere. And the venue actually hired him again to do it the second time the guy came around. And he just did a regular one. It was not Henry Rollins as a bunny.
Yeah, you need him as a pit bull, basically.
I kind of see. I know. I think Pat Moriarty at it's patmoriarty.com. He's got a copy of that somewhere on his website floating around. I'll see if I can dig it up.
He's a good artist.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
If you need stuff for your album covers or something like that, he'll design a killer design for you.
I'd like to hire him to just design something. I just have no idea what. He's just ridiculously good, and you just want him to do something for you because you know it's going to be brilliant, but we just have no reason for it.
He does totem pole stuff.
Yeah, he does everything. I told him he should have his own podcast because he's worthy of a podcast.
Video podcast.
There you go. He should do he does flash animation as well.
Hey, isn't that illegal in some states?
No. So what would you give Confessions of a Dangerous Mind on a scale from 1 to 10?
Yeah, I'd have to give that about an 8 3/4.
Wow, an 8.75.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say that's about it.
Is there anything you did not like about the movie?
Yes. Now, what did I not like about the movie? There was a moment where it got a little bit... There was just one moment where it got a little bit to be a drag, and I can't remember exactly what moment that was. Pretty good, though.
Yeah.
95% good.
Well, then you would have given it a 9.5.
87.5% good.
I would give it an 8.5. I thought it was really, really good. And but just it wasn't the perfect movie, but it was really good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Much
better than I expected.
Oh, really? See, I hadn't started reading the book, so I didn't know it was blowjobs, blowjobs, blowjobs.
I don't mind blowjobs, but it just didn't seem to be going. Anywhere. It seemed to be in poor taste, is what I'm saying. It seemed to be subtly in poor taste. Basically, it was like I don't need to know that Chuck Barris is that dirty.
Wow,
that's what it seemed to me. I was just like, If I want that, I'll read Jack Kerouac or William Burroughs, but I don't want it from Chuck Barris. I mean, he wrote Palisade Park. I don't want that to be soiled with images of him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder if did he really marry that girl Penny?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll have to look it up. But
I bet it's true.
Yeah, so I would recommend this movie, especially since it's on IFC, which is a channel that mostly I would think everybody gets. You don't pay for it. So if you have
you don't
IFC,
pay extra for it.
You don't pay extra for it. It's part of the package. But if you haven't seen it yet, I would recommend seeing it.
Now, let me just get this straight. We pay for TV service, yet we still have to watch commercials? Why is that?
Because
how much do I have to pay not to watch commercials without using a TiVo or something like that?
Okay, this is the problem. The networks still have to pay for the show. They're still producing shows.
Well, what the hell are we paying for?
We're paying to see extra channels. But the networks still have to produce some of these shows or pay for using some of these shows, and so they have to use commercials. I mean, if TNT and TBS and all those channels didn't have commercials, then we'd probably pay like $4 a month for them, maybe.
I think I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to pay $20 to $25 a month on top of everything to have no commercials at all. I'll pay $30 a month for no commercials. And I want the shows running just straight through. And if they got to fill them up with something else, there's 15 minutes left, we'll fill it with something else. I just don't want a fucking commercial.
Not only that, I don't want to hear things that have been edited out and cut badly to fit with commercial slot times.
Yeah, and I don't want commercials showing me a guy with a goddamn hole in his throat and a fucking buzz device. Stop it. Stop that. I'm going to smoke just to spite these fucking commercials. Fuck you and your stupid shit, William. What the fuck?
That is a public service announcement, I guess, about not smoking. And I don't know if it's a nationwide commercial, but we're certainly seeing it here on the East Coast, where it's a guy who's had his tracheotomy and he's got the blowhole that he has to talk to, I guess because he had cancer of the larynx or whatever down there, and it's a 30-second or a minute spot. It seems like it goes on an hour because it's so uncomfortable, where he is cleaning out the hole in his neck and talking with that little talker device, that you hold up to your face, and he's talking in it, and it sounds like a robot.
If someone hadn't been sued and forced to make this commercial, we wouldn't be forced to watch it.
I think it's too much. You know what it is? It's too much. I don't want to see that commercial. I think we all know that smoking is bad for you. And to force me to see that commercial, it makes me very uncomfortable, and not in a way that's going to make me stop smoking, even though I don't smoke. It's just uncomfortable to see that guy's blowhole open and him sticking a fucking cotton swab in it to clean it up.
I want 12-year-old kids to start smoking.
Why?
Until that commercial gets off the air.
Okay, there you go.
I want thousands of kids to start smoking, and they should blow all the smoke up the ass of that fucking guy with that fucking hole in his throat. Fuck him, fuck the producers, fuck all that.
That guy, it ruins, and the other thing is it completely ruins the television watching experience. You're sitting home with your husband or your wife or your girlfriend, boyfriend, and you're watching TV, and all of a sudden this ridiculously uncomfortable commercial comes on. God forbid you're high or drunk and having a good time. It's gonna kill everybody's buzz.
Fuck them.
It's horrible.
And some people, well, if it gets someone to stop smoking, it's good. Well, fuck that person. If that person, fuck you, fuck that. If I can quote Dennis Leary, fuck you.
They should, other than make shit like that, they should just offer to pay people to quit smoking. If you've quit smoking, you earn $50.
Just take them out back and shoot them.
No, Dave.
I have no use for that.
David.
I hate that.
It's people smoking?
People forcing me to take that guy with his blowhole and shoot him.
It's not his fault.
Well, I'm blaming him.
It's not him. It's whatever.
He's going down.
I mean, I don't care. You can have a blowhole and a talker thing and live happily. I don't care. But don't fucking come on television and show me you swabbing it out.
If you're going to swab that thing, you better start fucking singing some P-Funk.
Oh, my God. Put a kazoo in it and make it a little happy.
Come on. Tear the roof off the sucker. Do something. Not fucking, it'd never be the same again. Fuck you. Sing some shit.
Oh, God.
Make a record with that, because I don't want to hear anything but something positive coming out of that blowhole. Fuck you.
Horrible. Just horrible. Just horrible.
Fuck you. I never smoke cigarettes, but I'm going to start if they don't take that fucking commercial off the air.
No, you can't smoke here.
I don't care. I'm just saying. Oh. Fuck them. Fuck that. That's bullshit.
Ugh, it's just horrible commercial. Anyway, anything else, Dave?
Sopranos tonight.
The last episode of The Sopranos.
Sopranos coming up. It's been a bit of a letdown this season, I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
I think it's been a letdown. But what are they going to do?
they've had some good moments, but then they've have some weird moments too.
The whole Brokeback Mountain thing went in the wrong direction.
Well,
that was unnecessary.
The only thing that like the last episode that they had that was new, where they drag her ass off to France.
Yeah.
Is that where she was, France?
Mm-hmm.
She, who cares?
Everyone wanted her to meet Furio over there, and it didn't happen.
I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're sending her there, and and Furio will be there. But instead, she goes there, and there's no reason for her to be there. We don't learn anything about her or her character. Nothing new has happened, and it's half hour of her in fucking France, and it doesn't matter, and that really annoyed me.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It really was. It was just annoying. Who gives a shit?
It's getting a little, I don't know.
Well, they had, like I said, some were hits and some were miss. I like Johnny Cakes. I love you, Johnny Cake. That's ridiculous.
The whole thing's very funny.
Yeah, but it's uncomfortable to see those two not good-looking men making out.
Well, you don't like the...
They're not good-looking enough.
What's the mustache called? Handlebar mustache?
Yeah.
What is it?
No, I don't like Johnny Cake's mustache and facial hair.
He looks like he should be in the Gangs of New York cast.
And I don't, and Vito's just not a good-looking guy. If it was maybe better-looking guys, I wouldn't have been so like, oh.
Has he been in something else other than Sopranos?
He might have been like in Analyze This or something. There's a lot of those Italian-looking guys in Analyze This and Analyze That. Both movies, which I could not stand.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Oh, but your friend wrote him, right? Was he really your friend?
I don't know. I never met him.
Oh, I thought he was like your friend or something.
He's a friend of my friend's.
Oh, I see.
He was older than me.
I see. What's his name again? Kenny Lonigan. Lonigan. And he went to your high school?
Yes, it's true.
And which high school was that again?
Well, I'm not going to tell that shit, man.
Oh, why?
I don't want people knowing where I'm from.
We already told everybody a long time ago.
Oh, shit, now I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I went on Walden Pond.
Well, Walden, that was the name of the high school?
Yeah, it was Walden over there. It doesn't exist anymore.
What was the address? Where was that?
It was on 88th Street in New York City.
88th, east side or west side?
That's the west side. It's gone now.
What's there now?
Oh, apartment building, and another school is in one of the buildings. There was two buildings. One became an apartment complex. The other half is some other school.
But didn't like Rosie Perez go to that school and like?
I'm not sure about Rosie Perez, but
well, maybe she went with where Caleb went. What was that place? Music and Art?
No, that was Friends, right? Or Quintanos.
Quintanos. What was Friends? What are you talking about?
Friends is like it's like this alternative high school. It's like it's almost like City As
school.
Friends is like an alternative school too.
Okay. Do all of those things still exist?
Some of them I think still exist, yeah. Back before everyone became fucking fascists, back before, when your kid who's 14 gets busted for smoking a joint, back before you were mandatorily put in rehab or kicked out of school. If that was around when I was a kid, I would have fucking been in jail for smoking pot. Get the fuck out of here.
So there was a lot of like alternative schools, but you paid for the alternative schools, right? They weren't like they weren't public alternative
now
schools.
In public school, you get fucking strip searched with for a metal detector, and you got your drug tests. You got your fucking drug test before you even found doing drugs. They're just testing you.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. You got anyone who stands for that and thinks that's the way to go, you're seriously missing the boat. You very much missed the point of life. Hate to tell you, you're missing the point, and you're fucking it up for everyone else.
I don't think they'd be listening to the show.
Well, someone's listening, and they'll tell them.
You let them know.
You think it's okay just to randomly drug test people, kids or adults? You're stupid. Fuck you.
Maybe we'll have Pat Moriarty design a T-shirt about that.
Anyway, I don't mean to get political. I'm just saying that you people are stupid.
All right, Dave. You see, the thing is that you have to learn, you have to teach by example. And by you being angry about it and calling people names, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, man, but you gotta wake up already. Wake up.
Wake up, what, people?
Wake up. We've been lied to. I'll leave it at that.
Wake up, we've been lied to. There's your T-shirt, Pat Moriarty. You have your orders. Wake up, we've been lied to. All right. That's it for this episode, another zany episode of Dave and Shecky's
Stay out of the Far East.
Groovy Poop Tube.
Go to China, just don't go to the
review.
Far East.
Please feel free to check out our website at daveandshecky.com. Check it out and leave us a message about our review. I see you're anxious to say one more thing, Dave. Make it count. You looked anxious.
I had something there. I just can't remember now.
I see.
Gosh darn it.
That brain cell supernova'd.
I just don't know.
That's fine. All right, we'll speak at you next week.
Bye-bye.